man. Check the wrist, man. Got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanna like me cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up Max. She like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the floor like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, what a point to guard. Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. His first carry. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up second and a yard at the 31. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Watson now going to run the option right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. On first down, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown, Saints. Traquan Smith. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, 59, ready.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Hey, Charlie. Don't get nervous.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. Over the middle, complete. That's Gray. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense. You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got Fuller. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
We own that. Check 59. It's 59. Mike to 59. I got him.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson, that's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
And it brings up third down.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third. Out of the gun, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
39. 51, Tom. 56 to Mike. 25
From the shotgun, Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Makes it third down and 12 yards to go.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Slam, slam, slam. 21.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. These two teams all tied after one. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action, the Falcons with the football as they've got it with 4th down and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Base. Mike's 56. Mike's 50. Hey, Haywood. 6 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays. It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Back to the air, Watson on second down. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hey, right. Check. 22-jet bomber. You gotta go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Check the backer. Hey, Strickland.
Ryan. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
59, ready.
56. Stop your whining.
22.
56.
Hey, Alpha.
56. Check 56.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. He's got Smith here. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And it's taken in at the 9. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Mike spot 9. Watch the run. 55. Mike check 59.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson.
Let's make these babies cry.
Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And an alley to run. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down now, it's Hines, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Mike 5'9",
On first down, Hines. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. From the 16, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run with Hines. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. A loss of 2 there, second down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Watson in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
I'm here all day. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Stay with your man.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Forced out to his left. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
To Christian Kirk. Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
You think you gonna get this, huh? 45, Mike, 45. Watch the slant. 45.
The final shot before the break. Watson looking here for Smith downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Hey, 59, ready. 56.
Here's Ryan. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Watson now going to run the option right. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Nyheim Hines hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
51, Sam!
Here's Ryan to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We got three, fellas.
54, Sam!
A 1st down carry for Smith. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
11. Check.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
56.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Smith. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Again, it'll be Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They begin the drive with Hines. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. In on the stop, DeMonte Casey. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Mike 59. Mike 59. Here we go. Mike 5'9". Mike 5'9". Push him back. Push him back.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Watson now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. This is Hines. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. They run again with Hines. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Reset. You 18. Check. Get ready. Get ready.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. On second and a yard, Watson. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. Watson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's first and 10.
Tight end right. Even. 4 down. Even. At 24. At 59. 45. Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Watson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Alert.
On first down, Hines. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now Watson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They run with Hines. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold them to 3 to keep this a one-score game. On second down, it's Hines, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Nyheim Hines. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now Ryan on first down. He's airing it out for Sanu. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. He's got Sanu. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at about the 31.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Watson. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Dancing to his left. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Now Ryan back into his end zone. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10 clear on the other side of the field. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Cut. Switches.
Check 13. Check 13.
Check.
Check.
One last shot for Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. He talked about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for New Orleans, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.